Praise the Most High, family. It is another absolutely gorgeous day here in the Carolinas, and I'm so glad to see it. So glad to see it. So glad to be in the land of the living. Once again, saying hallelujah to the Most High Elohim, Yahuwah, through his son Yahushua HaMashiach, as most still refer to as Jesus Christ. But when you know better, you do better. And I don't hold against nobody. Because what I had to realize is, up until like 6 or 7 years, I said I would never listen to anybody else unless they preaching Jesus the Christ. Because we heard stirrings of the awakening, or stirrings of our great remembrance. And we was like, no, I'm not going that way. That's not how I was taught. That's not what Mama and them was taught. Grandma and them was taught. Oh boy. Just like an idea we had maybe a year or so back now. We said that what was good enough for Mama and them ain't good enough for us. No, see, how the Most High it works, wisdom flows. He always giving out more wisdom for the next generations. The generations become wickeder and wiser. So you can't become wiser without information being shared. But praise the Most High, that takes us right into our idea for today. And it is. Let me get right, family. I apologize. Y'all gonna foot hurt. But we're okay. We got us a job in today and here to speak on the Most High's goodness and mercy and shalom that he offers everybody. Or some never meant to get it. Oh boy. When he told me this, I just shook my head. Or some never meant to get it. And I'm not gonna get ahead of myself. I almost did. And the question is, are you permitted to understand the secrets of the kingdom of the Most High while others are not? Are you permitted to understand the secrets of the kingdom of the Most High while others are not? Permitted. That goes back to my idea. Or some never meant to get it. And this idea is going to be speaking about Yahushua HaMashiach, the Most High's Son sent to us to pay for our sins, our wrongdoings, and show us how to walk that straight and narrow path that he walked perfectly. It gets me so upset sometimes when I make mistakes and be like, I thought I had a road going. I thought I was on the road. And ask myself, well, how could he walk it so perfectly? How could he walk it without any mistakes, any wrongdoing, any sin? And because it says in the text, he only listened to and followed what he saw the Father doing. He only did what he heard the Father say and showed him, in my own words. So where are we missing the mark? See, we claim we listen to the Ruach HaKodesh. We're walking in the Spirit so we won't fulfill the lust of the flesh. Well, are we really? Oh boy, what a question. Are we really listening to the Ruach HaKodesh? All times. And this is what was said of the parables. And this was a writing I heard, I saw when I was looking up a certain parable. It said, through speaking in parables, Yahusha grants understanding to those who are seeking after him. Oh boy. So that's our answer to the question right there off top. Are some never meant to get it? Revealing truth to those who are willing to listen and thoughtfully consider what he has said, what he has to say. Conversely, those whose heart are hardened against him have the truth hidden from them. So basically, what it's saying is he's not sharing all truth with everybody. So on the other side of that coin, what we just said, they're getting wickeder. They're not getting no wiser. Oh boy. They're on the other side of the coin that's getting wickeder. Because they're giving the Most High the stiff arm. Just like you run a football, the runner would push his arm out because the player is trying to grab hold of him. And see, his arms are more than likely trying to wrap around the legs, because that's how folks are taught. That's how most coaches teach you how to tackle, not up high. If you try to grab them by their shoulder, by their waist, they can always maneuver away from you. But if you grab them legs and get a good hold of the legs, then you pretty much can bring them down. But when they go to reach, most great runners would put out their stiff arm. What that means is they put their hand on their head or their shoulder and would knock them off balance. Especially if they catch a shoulder, because all they do is catch the defensive player's momentum coming at him. So he'll throw out that stiff arm and basically push off of them to take their momentum and run on down the field. But it disrupts their momentum and it disrupts their balance and throws them off, so they more than likely fall real bad. And some players, some of the greats really have made that their strong suit in running. Yes, they big hard runners, but still they'll throw out that stiff arm. And some take it and slam people down in the ground. I seen one guy play for Tennessee, not Hunt, but one of my favorite players. I'll put his name in the description, but this is to all my football players, knowing this is football season, on my football fans. But we all must understand what a stiff arm means and not to do it. Well, to do it only to Hasatan, throw him the stiff arm and say, no, I'm not going to be able to do it. But when it comes to the Most High, we don't throw no stiff arm out. We yield to him and say, come on, I bid you to come and see about me and give me some wisdom. I don't want to get wickeder. That is a powerful statement. That's why I wrote it down. One more time. Through speaking in parables, Yahusha grants understanding to those who are seeking after him, revealing truth to those who are willing to listen and thoughtfully consider what he has to say. Conversely, those whose heart are hardened against him have the truth hidden from them. And then the first text we read over was 1 Corinthians 2:14. And it says, but people who aren't spiritual can't receive these truths from the Most High's Spirit. It all sounds foolish to them and they can't understand it. For only those who are spiritual or ruaku can understand what the Spirit means, or what the Ruach HaKodesh means. And there's no real need to elaborate on that. Because what happens? Faith comes by hearing, and hearing the word of the Most High. So you get closer to the Most High, who is a spirit, by studying to show yourself approved to what he said. That's how you become spiritual. Just like a child with a parent, they follow their parent and do things like the parent does, and do things like the parent likes. That's when they could be like, you act just like your daddy. You look just like your daddy and you act just like him. And see, that's what we want to hear people say about us concerning the Most High. You act just like your daddy. Just like Yahusha did perfectly. He was in line with his father so perfectly because they was one. They are one. Many folks don't believe that Yahusha was the Most High within bodily form, but I do wholeheartedly. Just like he told one of the disciples, he asked us, well, show us the Father. And then it's as if the Father spoke up through him, which it was Yahusha. He said, haven't you noticed me the whole time? I've been right here with you the whole time. Oh boy, what an amazing interaction that was. And like, I don't know if we said it, but Psalms 18:25 through 27. To the faithful you show yourself faithful. To those with integrity you show integrity. To the pure you show yourself pure. But to the crooked you show yourself shrewd. You rescue the humble, but you humiliate the proud. Pardon me, family. And the reason we put that in there is the Most High has had me on this Psalms 18 the last few days. And he reminded me of that script about the proud and how he will humiliate the proud. But the humble, he will rescue. So evidently, these people are crooked and proud. So like it said, to the pure you will show yourself pure, but to the crooked you will show yourself shrewd. You will rescue the humble, but you will humiliate the proud. So yeah, these folks are proud and crooked and unfaithful and have no kind of integrity. So this is the difference. We're going to read over Matthew 13:10 through 17. When he was speaking on why some are meant to make it and why some are meant not to make it. And that's not what we said. We said to get it. Or some never meant to get it, and some are meant to get it. But like I said, Matthew 13:10 through 17. His disciples came and asked him, why do you use parables when you talk to the people? He replied, you are permitted to understand the secrets of the kingdom of the Most High, but others are not. To those who listen to my teaching, more understanding will be given, and they will have an abundance of knowledge. Oh boy. See, this is what we started off with people who's come to the understanding of who Yahusha is. And first of all, by his name. Like I said, I can't judge other people for what they're still calling him, but just as one teacher broke it down in a recording I saw here in the last couple of days, he was like, there's no J in the Hebrew alphabet. So how could his name be Jesus? And when you transfer, how do you say that? Names from one language to the other, it don't change with the language. Just like with LeBron, they call LeBron in every language. They may be talking their Spanish, uno, dos, tres, LeBron, and keep on back talking to Spanish, but they don't change up the name because his name is LeBron. But I know people say, well, there's power in the name of Jesus. And it's all according to your understanding at the time. See, the Most High works with us according to our understanding, just like this text here says. To those who listen to my teaching, more understanding will be given, and they will have an abundance of knowledge. So if you're not listening to his teachings, you're saying, I don't want that. You step on me. You be like, no, that's not what my mama taught me. That's not what my pastor taught me. That's not what the bishop says. Oh boy. So bishop, pastor, and mama got all the information. They got the information on lock. Well, why bishop, mama, and pastor all sin too? Why ain't they walking this walk perfectly like Yahusha did? I'll wait. That's a good question, ain't it? It is. That's a good question. It's because they don't have all the knowledge. They don't have all the information. They're not the one that sits high and looks low on all the situation. But keep calling what you call him. Praise the Most High. One day we'll all know. And just like the script says, one day he's going to give us give us another name to call him. Then everybody will be on one accord. Because some people now, even inside the great remembrance, they're calling him Yahusha. Some call him different ways to pronounce his name. Yahweh Shah. But praise the Most High. We have to work with our understanding, but always stay open to more understanding. An abundance of knowledge will be given to us, or we will have an abundance of knowledge. But here go the text. But for those who are not listening, even what little understanding they have will be taken away from you. Oh boy. Now that is a sad, sad song. But it's true. See, family, this is why folks are literally walking away from the Most High. They're walking away from Christianity, which is a good thing. But they're totally giving the Most High the stiff arm because they say you're not who I thought you was. And a lot of them are walking away because of this knowledge they're gaining now about him being a black man. And when he cracked the sky, he's going to crack the sky as a black man with an iron rod in his hand cracking heads. See, folks don't like that information. They want the sheep to come back. They like, send us sweet Jesus back. And sweet Jesus never came in the first place. Yahusha came. But for those who are not listening, even what little understanding they have will be taken away from them. That is why I use these parables. For they look, but they really don't see. They hear, but they really don't listen or understand. Like the other text says, who are willing to listen and thoughtfully consider what he has to say. Some people are of the opinion if it don't come from pastor's mouth or bishop's mouth or the Moray's mouth, they don't want to hear it. Even if the Most High came down himself and said such and such and such and such, I personally believe they wouldn't even listen to him. They'd be like, no, I don't want to hear that. My pastor ain't saying that. Go on about your business. I don't know you. And he'd be like, that's right, I don't know you. And he's going to tell them all that in a little bit here. Depart from me. I know you not. And Yahushua went on to say, this fulfills the prophecy of Isaiah that says, when you hear what I say, you will not understand. When you see what I do, you will not comprehend. For the hearts of these people are hardened, and their ears cannot hear. And they have closed their eyes, so their eyes cannot see. And their ears cannot hear, and their hearts cannot understand. and they cannot turn to me and let me heal them. What a sad, sad song, family. I gotta keep going because our time is getting added on. But blessed are your eyes because they see, and your ears because they hear. I tell you the truth, many prophets and righteous people long to see what you see, but they didn't see it. And they long to hear what you hear, but they didn't hear it. And it's Matthew 22:11-14. But when the king came in to look over the dinner guests, he saw a man there who was not dressed in wedding clothes. And he said to him, "Friend, how did you come in here without wedding clothes?" And the man was speechless. Then the king said to the servants, "Bind him hand and foot and throw him into outer darkness. In the place there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth, for many are called, but few are chosen." And I'm going to read these notes that I found also online. Once the banquet hall was finally filled with guests, with folks deemed both evil and good, the king began to go through the banquet hall looking over his guests. As the king roamed through the crowd, he came across a man that was not dressed accordingly. Now since everyone else at the feast wore proper wedding clothes, it may be that the king provided these clothes to all his guests, since they were from all walks of life and last-minute invites. And see, that's what's going on right now. And we're going to end this recording right here, and we're going to do a part 2 on it, because I'm up to 25 minutes now. And we like to try to keep them around 20 minutes. But we'll jump back on it. But praise the Most High. Remember, don't give the Most High the stiff arm. And more importantly, always stay humble to Him, looking for new understanding and new enlightenment from Him and His Ruach HaKodesh, because we're not perfect. Or should I say, you're not perfect. I know I'm not perfect, but we all need to hear that you're not perfect and you don't have all the information. And if you stop listening to Him, then you're going to be damned. See what this fella's problem was? I'm going to say this. He was proud. I got to get these notes in here. No, I'm not. We'll get to it in the next recording. But praise the Most High. Come back and watch this part 2 with me. In Yahushua's name. Stay up and keep pushing forward in the right direction. Shalom.